back to Dad Riffs, and today we're going to be working on the guitar solos for Roundabout. So you take your pointer finger and you put it on the 5th fret of the D string, and you're going to go to the 7th fret, and then the 9th fret. Do the same thing on the G string, and then back down. And you pick it really fast. Do the same thing over here, so you just scoot the whole thing down a whole step. Very strange. Do it again. The second one starts a little earlier, and then it kind of goes into a gibberishy little run that I can't quite distinguish, but this is what I did. So that is. I don't know what the real one does, but it's something like that, and that kind of fits in that little gap. It's pretty hard to tell what's going on. And then it goes like this. So you're pulling off with your pointer finger on the 4th fret of the G string, and then hitting the G string again afterwards. So do the same thing on the 5th fret with your middle finger, and then back to here. And then you got to pull off right here on the 3rd fret, back to that G string. And then pull off right here. And then it's really fast and kind of hard to tell what's going on there. The whole band is jamming out all crazy, so that whole section sounds like this in slow motion. You slide all the way up to here, and you got 12th fret. You're going to put your pinky right here on the 13th fret of the E string, and you're going to put the pointer finger right there, and you're going to kind of mess around with the pinky just being an extra note there, so it goes. So both on the 13th fret, and then you bend on the B string on the 13th fret, pull back down, and then pull off. So that whole thing sounds like this. And then we have this little run. And then 15th fret, back down here, and then slide here. Kind of sliding down from the 15th down to the 13th. So in slow motion is. Hit there twice, that's the 10th fret. Do another slide to right here, also the 10th fret. So that whole run sounds like this in slow motion. And then you have the second guitar solo, and it starts off with that weird thing again, but it's higher and it's a little different this time. You go. That's the 7th fret of the G string. Climb up like this. And then you've got 8th fret on the B string, all evenly spaced. Very strange, back down. So it goes. And then slide down to here, and you'd think it would go, but no, you actually go. And then on the 6th fret. So in slow motion, the whole thing sounds like this. Do it again. And on the second time, this one actually starts a little sooner. And then just go back down. Then it starts this very bizarre electric guitar solo. Has kind of like a half bend down from the 12th fret on the E string. Very strange. It sounds something like that. And then same fret but on the G string. in slow motion, it sounds like this. And then we have this. Very strange, so it's kind of like a hammer-on, pull-off thing twice. And then slide. And then hammer-on, slide, hammer-on, and then slide. So, and then the climb at the end, so it goes like this. And then you're going to the D string, going to the G string this time, B string, and then you're going to do this little trill thingy where you're going to hammer on and pull off very fast between your pointer finger and your middle finger on the 12th and 13th fret. Do the same thing right here on the 14th and 15th on the E string. Back down to here. And then... But yes, anyways, those are the electric guitar solos, and feel free to, of course, play them on acoustic guitar. And I think that pretty much wraps up the entire song. The only thing is at the end, when you do that little run at the end that you did at the beginning, just end with an E major this time. And that concludes the song. Good luck, sir. Good luck.